Hey there! Welcome to this video where I will go over all the activities that Grumpy can currently do in Disney Magic Kingdoms. Now in total, Grumpy has 10 activities, and let's start with the activity that is at the top of the list, so it's also the shortest activity that Grumpy can do, and that is washing up with Grumpy. It's only a 60-minute activity, and it also gives us this funny animation. Well, all the dwarves have a washing up activity where we can see them washing up, but Grumpy just refuses to do it, just like in the movie. He does look at his hands though. The activity drops 7 experience and 55 magic potions, and it can also drop like 5 different tokens, but the most important token is the poison apple, because it's the one token, the only token that all the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs characters need. The second activity that Grumpy can do is the 2-hour activity Look Out for the Queen. It drops 10 experience and 105 magic potions, and it is the only activity that Grumpy can do at the Magic Mirror on the Wall attraction. Now because of that, this is the attraction where Grumpy can do the least amount of activities. The attraction where Grumpy can do the most amount of activities, that is the Snow White's Scary Adventures attraction. That is kinda surprising, I think, since most of the dwarves will do most of their activities at the cottage. But not Grumpy, nope. He can do a total of 3 activities at the Snow White Scary Adventures attraction, with the first one being March On. This is a 6-hour activity that drops 16 experience and 210 magic potions. The second activity that Grumpy can do here is the 8-hour activity called Grumbling Advice. Now this activity drops 25 experience and 360 magic potions, and it refers to the scene in the movie where Snow White gave all the dwarves a kiss because they gave her some advice on staying safe at home, but Grumpy, he didn't want to show that he really cared and that he also wanted a kiss, but eventually he grumbled then some advice. It's it's a funny scene. Anyways, this is the only activity that Grumpy does together with Snow White. The third and the last activity that Grumpy can do at the Snow White Scary Adventures attraction is debating plans with Doc. This is a 4-hour activity that drops 17 experience and 200 magic potions, and it is not the only activity that Grumpy and Doc can do together, because there's one more activity that they can do together, and that is called Complain About Things. This is a 2-hour activity that drops 13 experience and 135 magic potions. This activity, it takes place in the 7 Dwarfs Cottage attraction. In this attraction, Grumpy can do 2 activities. So one activity is to complain, that is something that Grumpy himself likes to do, and the other activity, it's a bit more musical, because that activity is called Play the Organ. This is a 4-hour activity that drops 13 experience and 150 magic potions. Now there's only one more attraction to go, and that is the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train attraction. And here Grumpy can also do 2 activities. The first one is an activity that he does all by himself, and that is dig with a shovel. This is an 8-hour activity that drops 20 experience and 270 magic potions, and if I remember correctly, it can also drop the magic feather token, which is a bit special, that's why I mention it, because it's a token for a character outside the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs collection. The second and last activity that Grumpy can do at the Mine Train attraction is keep working. This is the only activity that Grumpy can do together with Dopey. It lasts 6 hours and it drops 20 experience and 280 magic potions. And now we've already reached the last activity, and this is also my favorite activity that Grumpy can do, and that is a serious walk. It's mainly my favorite activity because of the funny animation. He goes around on a serious walk and then he falls. Look, it's just so funny because it happens to Grumpy. Also, it's a 12-hour activity, so it's the longest activity that Grumpy can do. So yeah, he goes on a walk and then he falls for 12 hours straight. In the end, it will reward us with 29 experience and 375 magic though. And also another reason why I really like this activity is because it can also drop both of Grumpy's tokens, his ears hat and the musical owl token. So yeah, Grumpy is kinda self-sufficient, which is a good thing. Not that many characters are that. Yeah. And that was it already for the video. That were all the activities that Grumpy can do. If you enjoyed this video as much as Grumpy likes to complain, then make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and make sure to check out the description down below, where I will be posting links to the other activity videos for all the other Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs characters. Now I hope you liked it. Bye!